Yo, what's up, my people? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. T-Money Trading Capital. Today we're looking at a trade that I just took with my student, still in play. I just thought I should just explain how I came about the whole thing and get you guys some guidance and see how simple I keep it or try to keep it in my community. So this is our first live trade session with the guy. He joined last month. Only started now, today, our first session. So let's see what we looked for. Simplicity at its best. So let's start from the main thing, which is now our daily time frame. So now looking at my daily time frame, today is a hard day. My mouse is not working. I don't know why, but let's get to the point. So we already had to form a bias, which we started off looking at just candlesticks, top wicks getting broken right there. We know how price trends. Price trends through breaking top wicks or bottom wicks. So we see that simple thing that's happening is just a repetition of what is going on here. So price broke the zone, came back to the zone, created those bottom wicks at the zone. Same thing that is happening here, a break above there, came back to the zone and created these bottom wicks. So now we can form a bias. The nice thing that we could actually identify as this as one of a good setup to look at is when price failed to come to the zone here with the red candle, failed to go to the zone. Then we finally have price tap into those top wicks. So that's what made this trade very much a good trade for me or for us. So we looked at that and we formed a bias, and then we said we're gonna look at buys for today. So we started going on into our strategy of covering those bottom wicks of the previous, the bottom wick of the previous candle, which is now this red candle that we're looking at, that previous candle. We then covered the bottom wick of it, and then we covered the top wick of it. Right. So that is our major zones that we now found, and this is where like price turns to react quicker and better. It's a strong zone because it's a daily candle. We will understand when we go to the 4-hour time frame. We then went to the 4-hour time frame. Boom. Now you can see the structure starting to look better and better and better. So that's when we started to realize that, okay, now we're looking for buys and sells. We need to just refine our zones first. So we could only refine a little bit here, not much movement or much room for refinement. And then this one, we could not refine as much. We could just make it look neat. So the next thing we needed to identify is that when we're looking for buys, finding a minor zone, we need to look at top wicks. So we now need to look at the candlesticks that are touching the zone, which is this red one, and this red one, and this red one. So when we started to look here, we need to break a top wick for us to look for those buys, right? Just like when I started out on the daily time frame, I showed you if your price breaks the top wicks, it will come back and create a bottom wick and continue. So when I was looking at this red one, or when we were looking at this red one, we saw that there is not enough room for us to take a buy into that zone. So we then started eliminating that one. We started looking at this one. Not much you can do right there because price is already around about here. So we started looking at this one and this one. This one is eliminated also because it's close to the zone. So we now had the green one that we are left with. I'll show you guys why the green one is important, or the valid one, because it gives you enough room. Now look at this. Enough room from here to there to take your 1 to 3 or 1 to 2 if it is allowed. So that's all we found as a minor zone, and we'll identify how the structure suits or ties in with the whole trade idea. We then went to the 1-hour time frame just to make a nice refinement. Let me just make sure this looks good. I need to cover the top side of that 4-hour candle wick. That's the most important part of this whole trade. There we go. That looks perfect. So the most important thing about that box is the top side of it, the top wick, and we started to identify that price has been reacting awfully well around that area. So now leaving that just like it is, we can now see that price has respected the zone. Price broke above, came at the zone, and now we have this break above the top wick of that 4-hour or the minor zone. So this is our minor zone candle. That is where we're looking for our entries. That top one is not important, but it is important if you're looking for a place to exit your trade. So now let's go to our lower time frames. Just make sure this looks valid. Put it like somewhere around about here. Yeah, that looks good. Refine that one, and this one we just leave as is. So on this one, we identified two time frames that looked good for entries. As you can see, our confirmation candles are bullish engulfs and bearish engulfs. It's starting to look good. On the 1 hour time frame, we still have like 4 minutes or less than 4 minutes left of it. So we started identifying on the 30-minute time frame that, okay, now nice structure. Now look at this, all beautiful, nothing to be confused about. So you can see price trended to the upside, failed to break this zone, now created that higher low, and then we finally had that break. 50% retracement entry could have been taken here, but unfortunately we took entry on the 5-minute time frame, which is there. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Yes, this is the 5-minute entry confirmation, and that we received above our zone. Just want to make this look nice, man. I love neat shots. Boom. And then we're just gonna bring this one closely as well. Something like this. Okay, and then we're then gonna take this one and bring it closely, just to have those neat charts and to feel like you have a good trade coming up. But anyways, let's go forward and look how the entry was taken. Entry was taken through a 50% retracement entry, which is now that bullish engulf. This bullish engulf closed, price then went down to create that bottom wick. That's when we know we have now what? So price, you can see top wicks, we finally have that break. Now we have those wicks coming to play now. So we then took that 50% retracement. We took it a bit higher. It was around about here when price was pushing down. All right, stop loss just below our zone, our candlesticks like this. And then we took that 1 to 3, which was around this area here. 1, 2, 3. So this trade is still in play, so we'll see how it turns out. 1, 2, 3 was around about here. Nice, easy, straightforward. So yeah, this is what we're waiting for. This is what we took me and my student live. So hopefully we have some results to show you guys. So right now, no fear, stop loss in place, take profit in place. What can go wrong? If I don't have a stop loss, I can blow my account. But I have a stop loss, my 1%. It's already gone. That money that I placed in the trade, it's already gone. It's not mine anymore. It's only going to be mine if I hit a take profit or if I decide to close in profit. But once I open that trade, no emotions, nothing. You know how much you're going to lose. The most I can lose on this trade is going to be 1.6 on this trade, and the most I can make will be triple that. All right, so let's see how this works out. So quite an easy day. Just guys, you guys don't understand. Just look at the amount of pips you can make with gold. I closed my first position round about here before I took the video. Still holding one with break even. It's quite easy. It's quite easy. I didn't expect such movement in. I think there's like 2 30-minute candles. Yeah, 2 30-minute candles. It's a lot of pips. Look at that, man. It's a lot of pips. And it's gold. I don't need to be in this trade for much longer, but just following the plan of break even. If I hit a break even, I'm happy. But I already closed my first position round about there. So a good trade in and all. So we'll just have to see what my next candle will do. Because it's gonna be like the new 30-minute candle. Yeah, the new 30-minute candle will show me what to do. But all in all, not a bad trade. I loved it. It was super nice because I've been out for like almost 2 weeks, just waiting for Feb to come. And it's Monday. I don't trade on Mondays most of the times, so it's just very relaxed trade today. We'll just see the results. I guess that's it.